Nuclear weapons, the invention that taught humanity how to erase itself. The atomic bomb is the closest thing humans have ever built to a reset button for civilization. Not a weapon in the traditional sense, but a proof of concept that mass extinction can be engineered on demand. The physics behind nuclear weapons is brutally elegant. Split an atom, release energy that's been locked away since the birth of the universe, multiply it, control it just long enough to destroy a city. Hiroshima and Nagasaki weren't just attacks, they were demonstrations, and the world understood the message immediately. What makes nuclear weapons uniquely dangerous isn't just their destructive power, it's their stability. Once invented, they cannot be uninvented. The knowledge persists, the materials exist. The deterrence logic locks every nuclear state into a permanent psychological hostage situation. You don't launch a nuke because you want to win. You keep one so no one else dares to press the button first. That means civilization now exists in a constant state of suspended trust. No matter how peaceful things seem, the infrastructure for instant annihilation is always active, always waiting, always one decision away. Nuclear weapons didn't just change warfare, they changed what survival means. Chemical weapons. When science learned how to weaponize breathing. Chemical weapons are horrifying because they don't attack armies, they attack biology itself. Unlike bullets or bombs, chemical agents don't need precision. They don't care who you are, they only need you to inhale. Chlorine gas, mustard gas, nerve agents like sarin, each one targets a different vulnerability in the human body. Lungs, skin, nervous system. The goal isn't always death, often it's suffering. Slow, irreversible, medically overwhelming suffering. That's the real danger. Chemical weapons are designed to bypass courage, training, and armor. You can't outfight a gas cloud, you can't negotiate with it, and you often don't realize what's happening until your body starts failing you from the inside. What makes them even worse is accessibility. Chemical weapons don't require nuclear reactors or rare elements. Many can be synthesized using industrial chemistry knowledge that already exists worldwide. This turns modern society itself into a weapons factory. Fertilizer plants, pharmaceutical labs, manufacturing facilities, all dual use, all potentially convertible. Chemical weapons proved that once science understands the body well enough, cruelty becomes scalable. The machine gun. Before the machine gun, killing was limited by endurance. You could only fire as fast as you could aim, reload, and recover. The machine gun removed that constraint. For the first time in history, a single person could unleash sustained, overwhelming lethal force without pause. Warfare stopped being about skill and started being about output. World War I exposed the consequences immediately. Soldiers trained for 19th century tactics were sent charging into 20th century firepower. The result wasn't battle, it was harvest. Thousands died, not because of strategic mistakes, but because the invention itself outpaced human adaptation. Bodies simply couldn't move faster than bullets. The danger of the machine gun isn't its brutality alone. It's how it reshaped decision-making. When killing becomes efficient, leaders become careless. Distance increases, responsibility diffuses. The machine gun didn't make people violent. It made violence easy. And once violence becomes easy, it stops being questioned. Asbestos, the miracle material that turned buildings into time bombs. Asbestos is one of the most chilling inventions on this list because it never looked dangerous. It looked helpful, fireproof, cheap, durable, insulating. It was woven into walls, ceilings, pipes, ships, and schools. Entire cities were built with it. Entire generations lived inside it. The problem is that asbestos doesn't hurt you immediately. It waits. Microscopic fibers lodge themselves deep in the lungs. The body can't break them down. Decades pass. Then the cancers begin. Mesothelioma, lung disease, slow suffocation from scars you didn't know you had. What makes asbestos especially dangerous is the betrayal. People trusted it. Workers handled it daily. Families lived surrounded by it. And by the time the truth was undeniable, the damage was already irreversible. Asbestos proves that danger doesn't need to explode. Sometimes it just settles in and waits for you to age into it. Leaded gasoline. For most of the 20th century, humanity burned a neurotoxin on purpose. Leaded gasoline was introduced to improve engine performance. It worked. It also released microscopic lead particles into into the air, soil, and water everywhere humans live. Lead doesn't kill you quickly, it degrades you. It lowers IQ, increases aggression, impairs development, damages organs, especially in children. The truly terrifying part, it affected everyone. Urban populations, rural populations. Entire generations experienced reduced cognitive potential without ever knowing why. Crime rates, behavioral changes, learning disabilities, all subtly influenced by an invention designed to make engines run smoother. Leaded gasoline shows how a single industrial decision can alter human behavior on a civilizational scale without anyone noticing until decades later. It wasn't evil, it was indifferent. Social media algorithms. This is the first invention on this list that doesn't destroy bodies directly. It targets something more fragile. Social media algorithms weren't designed to harm. They were designed to optimize engagement, retention, clicks, time spent. The problem is that the human brain has predictable weaknesses. Outrage spreads faster than nuance. Fear outperforms calm. Validation is addictive. Conflict keeps people scrolling, so the algorithms learned, and once they learned, they began shaping reality itself. Information stopped being filtered by truth and started being filtered by emotional impact. Entire populations began living in different versions of the same world. Radicalization accelerated. Misinformation became self-sustaining. Unlike weapons, you can't see the damage immediately, but trust erodes. Attention fragments. Societies lose shared narratives. Democracy weakens. Mental health declines. The danger here isn't control by force, it's control by feedback loops. And the most unsettling part is that no one is fully in charge. The systems adapt faster than their creators can regulate them. Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence isn't dangerous because it's malicious. It's dangerous because it doesn't need to be. An advanced AI doesn't hate humanity. It doesn't love humanity. It optimizes objectives. And if those objectives are misaligned, even slightly, the consequences can be catastrophic. Automation replaces decision-making. Pattern recognition replaces judgment. Systems begin acting faster than humans can intervene. And once AI starts designing better versions of itself, control becomes theoretical. The real danger isn't killer robots. It's dependence.